Hi, this is Jay with Pryor Coaching. Thanks for joining me. I want to talk today about letting go or surrender. It's been a theme this week with me and my clients. You know, in the book Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, way back in the day, wrote that book, remember? And in that book, he talks about directed faith. And essentially, we know now that directed faith is basically manifesting. It's when we put out to God or the universe what we want, and then we let go. And it's that letting go piece that is so difficult, especially when it's something that has an emotional attachment to it. And every one of you know people or situations, or you have things or situations that you've been trying to work on, and the minute you let it go is when it will manifest. The minute you let go and forget about it, that's when it all gets worked out perfectly, right? It's an interesting phenomenon, actually. But you've heard it 100 times. They kept trying to have a baby, Finally, they gave up and adopted a baby, and then they got pregnant, right? They let it go. They were engaged in, and just one I heard today, a mother-daughter argument. I was talking to the mom. The mom said, finally, I just gave up and I let it go. The very next day, my daughter called me, and we worked it out. She let it go. It's a matter of surrender, and unfortunately, you can't teach people how to do that. And I, of all people, believe me, when I get something in my head, I'm like a dog with a bone sometimes. And it's a practice. Again, remember, everything is a practice. Well, letting go is a real practice. So here's what you're on the hook for this week. Here's what I want to encourage you to do. If there's something you've been noodling, if there's something you've been trying to manifest or thinking about a lot, I want you to let it go this week and see what you can do to just give up and stop thinking about it. Now, what I do sometimes is I will create a mantra or something that I say when I'm in this situation where I have something that's persisting on my mind and I need to let it go or release it a little bit. What I say is, whatever is supposed to happen will happen by divine right and in a perfect way and with grace. I learned that from Florence Scovel Shinn in the book The Game of Life and How to Play It, which again I highly recommend that you go buy and download on your Kindle, or go buy it and just read it and keep it on your bookshelf. So Florence taught me to say, whatever happens will happen with grace and in a perfect way. Whatever needs to happen by divine right will happen with grace in a perfect way. And if I'm worried about something, that really supports me and helps me. And it also helps me when I need to surrender or let go. I use a mantra or a prayer that just says, let go and let God. I encourage you to do that this week, especially if there's something that you've been trying to manifest and it's not coming through, or there's been something that's been bugging you and, you can't quite figure it out. Let it go. Let it go. Give it up to the universe. Give it up to God. And know that your intentions have been put out there and it will come through. Just let it go. That's all for now. Have a great week.